West Hollywood is making cannabis consumption lounges gourmet. The city has given business license to 36 cannabis consumption lounges. Tourists, cannabis enthusiasts, and residents can now enjoy a night out consuming edibles, joints, and other marijuana products legally in public. John Locarny is the founder of Budberry, a consumption lounge that he thinks will bring cannabis into the new norm.
At some point in the United States, it will be kind of like stopping at a bar or a restaurant and having a cup of wine or a cup of beer or a glass of wine. Cannabis consumption will eventually head that direction. We will have our chef, the 420 chef, preparing items on site, and customers will have the option to have these entrees infused or non-infused, ideally. So we will kind of be a bakery cafe feel during the day, and it'll be more of a lounge feel by night.
Some are concerned about how new cannabis consumers will handle the effects of marijuana. Consumption lounges are taking the necessary steps to ensure the safety of every customer, regardless of their experience with cannabis. And yes, that popcorn you see right there is going to be covered in cannabis-infused chocolate.
Cannabis consumption lounges specifically will be at the forefront of keeping cannabis consumption, and specifically edible consumption, responsible. One of the things that you'll find when you walk into any lounge in West Hollywood is a list of rules and guidelines. We'll call them the 10 Commandments. So for example, if you're going to come into a lounge, we're going to insist that you have alternate transportation or a designated driver or a ride share. We don't want you driving. So, obviously there's an honor code there, right? We're doing everything we can. And we're working obviously with the city, and we're also working with a lot of lawyers to figure out what do we need to do to make sure that we are a very responsible conduit in the industry.
Even with safety precautions, there are skeptics who think consumption lounges will do more harm than good in the community.
Marijuana is a dangerous psychoactive drug. It's addictive, and that it impacts the brain and it impacts the body significantly. And marijuana is not a medicine. The potency today is 10 to 40 times stronger than it was back in the 1960s and 70s. The vast majority of marijuana that gets tested tests positive for some kind of impurity. So people, I'm in a lounge. Well, who's really going to go in there and test the product to make sure it's safe and pure?
This is a product. I understand the federal illegalities, but I would say that, thinking of it as a product that eventually will come full circle and be legal on the federal level is something that we need to start thinking about. I think that it's tough to shake what happened in the 1970s in the US with this Schedule I illicit substance. That has kind of ingrained this concept into people's brains that if you are a cannabis entrepreneur, that you are basically kind of like a drug dealer.
Many consumption lounges plan to open later this year. I'm Alex Myers reporting for LMU at West Hollywood, signing off.